Yo guys, welcome back to the Broadcast Podcast. Today we've got Life Behind Decks. Guys, firstly, thank you all for joining me. Got Harvey, my co-host, with me like always. So yeah guys, introduce yourselves.
I'm Ollie, DJ OllieT. I'm also DJing the relaunch party on the 16th. Make sure you get your tickets.
Hello, I'm Elliot. Nice to see you.
I'm Jane, I'm from Essex. I've been DJing about 6 years now, and I'm actually an international DJ, so yeah.
I'm Lady Roc. I live in London, as Essex, from Kent originally actually. And I'm a DJ, curator, and millions of other things.
Is this your first podcast? Is everyone's first podcast? Never done podcast before?
Yeah, I've not done one before.
This is my second podcast, but first about DJing.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Same.
What, you've done a podcast before?
Yeah, do it well, yeah.
Alright, cool. So why DJing? What woke you up one morning and thought, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna start being a DJ?
Passion for music, passion for controlling the room, making sure everyone's having a good time. You don't realise that, like, obviously when you're behind the decks, you're the one in control of the whole energy of the room and everyone enjoying themselves and having a good time. And for me, that's like the main reason I do it, personally.
Yeah, I'd say for me, I didn't wake up and I was like, right, I want to be a DJ. I actually wanted to be a dancer. But I always wanted to be in music and performing and that kind of stuff. But I actually started with doing events, and then from that, I got on the decks. I showed a little bit, and it moved from there. But music again has always been my passion from very, very like when I was born. Basically.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah, music is my passion.
Yeah, I'd say the same. Yeah, I just love music. Always have. I make music myself as well, so it's just, and entertaining people. I love entertaining people as well, and it's both of those combined into one.
Mm-hmm.
I have a completely different approach to everyone here. One of my best mates was a DJ, to go with him to every single gig, and then one day he turned to me, he was like, why don't you DJ? I'll teach you how to DJ. And then I was like, yeah, why not? He gave me his decks, put him in the spare room, and that was it. 10 hours a day, every day, just fell in love with it. And ever since then, just haven't stopped. Like, it's just been class, best job ever. Like,
How hard is it? Like, honestly. Like, if you're starting off beginner to like where
everyone
you guys
thinks
are
it's so
now.
easy. Everyone thinks it's just you go in, press play. There's so much. There's so much to it, from organising music. I use a laptop. I'm a hip hop DJ, so I use Serato. So I have to organise music, download it, make sure it's all in the right key, right BPM, and then it's everything from that to obviously learning chorus, intro, outros, like half beats, quarter beats.
Mixing.
Everything is just, there's so much more to it than people think.
And then when you rock up, it's always different controls.
Yeah, everything's always different. Like making sure you have everything downloaded, everything's ready to go, having a backup. Like if my laptop crashes, which happened a few times, then what? The music goes dead. Everyone's looking at you like, main thing, like don't panic. Like they're like, oh, what's going on? And then you just got to figure out a solution ASAP, just on the spot all the time.
Yeah, people just think it's just pressing play.
They always get them comments.
I do the sync as well, but
Yeah.
it's completely different
Yeah.
to that.
Always get them comments, don't you? Like,
Especially
all you're doing is pressing buttons. No, if you just press all the buttons, you should hear how bad it would actually sound.
Yeah,
One
like beat
thing
matching's overlooked. Like it's like the hardest thing to get to grips with at first.
I actually don't even use headphones.
Neither.
I don't use headphones.
What's the difference between wearing headphones and not?
So on your grid, you have all the beats are done in 4s, and then like in a chorus of like 16. So you have like 1, 2, 3, 4 times 4, and that's how the songs are made. They have little red lines. When people are learning, they rely on these little red lines. If you do that, it's like you're asking for trouble basically, because if you've ripped some songs or whatever, you've downloaded it from somewhere else, it's not going to match up. You need to learn by your ears. Otherwise it's literally, you're just going to be clashing and you're going to be relying on something, and one day you might be using decks that doesn't have the red lines and it's the blocks, you know, like the old CDJs, and if you've got them you can't use the red lines. So you need to do it by ear, and that's what I tell everyone that's asked for advice. You need to learn by your ears.
Also, the other thing, if you have no rhythm, if you're trying to teach someone that has no
No rhythm, yeah.
just-
You need to
just
be able.
forget about
You
it.
need to be able to do
Yeah,
1,
that is
2,
true.
3, 4.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
That's
If
what
they
I-
can't do that,
Well, it's
I've
about
spoken
Yeah.
to people and I'm like, okay, do you know about a bar like of 8?
yeah.
And then I'll be able to listen to a song which I've never ever heard in my life, but I know when the drop's going to come in.
Yeah, of
I
course,
know
yeah,
Well, it's
yeah.
about knowing the
First
1-1.
thing.
People can sometimes bring it on the first beat, but it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
4,
Do
2,
you know what
3,
I'm
4.
talking about?
You can't bring it on the 3, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
the 4, 2. But it's got to be on the 1-1.
And this is what I mean, there's so much to it, people don't realise. They think, oh yeah, I'll just put my USB in and I'll press play and then I'll press play on the other song. No, there is so much to it and you can mess it up so easily.
Yeah.
So-
and it's
So
learning to
easy.
try and change it around so you're probably the only one that knows and no one will
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Even if you do have a little slip up or something's not right, no one else will realise. But like when you're out and you're not playing, you're constantly listening to the music, obviously. And then and if you hear, if you hear
It's so
someone
bad.
else mess up a bit, no one else is going to realise because you're the only DJ in the room. You're like, oh, I heard that. I know they're dying inside.
Every
Yeah,
time.
Well, that's an art in itself, is saving yourself.
saving
isn't
it. You're coming back
Learning
from
how
it.
to save a
100%.
mistake to
100%.
make it as smooth as possible.
Yeah.
So is it like, for different music, do you like read it differently then? Or does it all read the same?
It's always the
Like-
same structure with music
Yeah.
of 8 counts. There is different types, but it still does have the
Yeah.
same structure.
But you DJ them in different ways. Like hip hop, for example, you DJ a lot
Completely
of
different
different
to house.
house.
Yeah, completely
House is more of a blend.
Yeah.
Hip hop is more of like you blend certain bits. Some bits you echo out, but you still have to then bring it in on the right beat.
Yeah.
And the
You don't
tempos
wanna-
change.
you don't wanna
The clash of the vocals, yeah, no, that's the
You might
worst.
want to do a loop or something on a very small part.
Yeah.
If you can find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
R&B is a lot harder. A lot harder.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Finally,
no, that is a
someone
lot.
finally, everyone's always like,
No,
There's so
no.
many lyrics.
It's
It's all you need to learn your choruses for every song. Like if you mix out halfway through a chorus, and for example, a chorus is 32 beats, right? And then if you mix out on like the 16th beat, and your next intro, let's say, is 32, it's gonna mix out halfway through a verse. It's gonna sound shit, and it costs what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I swore within 5 seconds. You're all good,
I know,
mate.
I didn't do
Bit late now,
it
mate.
myself.
But yeah, it's like every time if there's like a chorus and it overlaps, it just sounds so arse.
Yeah,
It's
no, I know.
so bad, and it's trying to get that timing right. So you're mixing sort of like the next beat of the song over the chorus. So everyone's still singing while you're mixing the next song in, and they start clocking what the next beat is, and then it sort of keeps it going a lot smoother. Like it's just
There's nothing worse than two sets of different vocals
Yeah,
playing
no.
at the same time.
And it just sounds so off.
Do you use loops when you do it as well?
Yeah. Wordplay loops.
How do you not get distracted? Like how, so say like for example.
Keep the booth clear.
Oh, okay.
Nah,
Keep the booth
But you know,
clear.
like I'm that guy that's behind the booth supporting
no.
my pal. I just
No,
don't
no.
get how they don't get
But if you've
distracted.
got your friends and they understand,
Yeah.
it's fine. But when you've got loads of randomers all leaning on you, asking, oh, what, like trying to, no, like you can't, you,
also-
need concentration.
You get used to as well when you're DJing. If there's a bit that you need to DJ and someone's talking to you, you get used to being like, yep.
Yeah,
You're not
just
actually listening to what
zoning out.
anything they're saying.
It is the worst. But it's
Well,
like,
if they're drunk and they're chatting, I'll just
Yeah.
be like, can't hear you.
yeah, but it's like, bro, like you
I've
can
been a
see what I'm
nightmare
trying to
before,
do.
like, I've been a nightmare before. People come over, I hate it. Requests on my days. Let me
Hip
do my
hop
job.
R&B, you will get that all the time.
I had a
though.
lady come
House is
over.
rare.
Oh my lord, she come over to me
Yeah.
once, and she was trying to explain that she wants me to play this album, right, from like 1990 or something, like some Destiny Child album. I've already
whole
played
album?
Destiny Child, and she come over, and then the song's about to finish. I'm like, right, let me mix this in. Obviously, I'm not listening to what she's got to say. And so I'm going, oh, what, you're just so entitled, you think you're better than all of us because you're the DJ.
Yeah, they get so
No,
done in.
I'm doing a job, and this
Doing
is
your
the
job,
thing
yeah,
that
yeah.
people don't understand, is it is actually a job. We're there
Yeah.
working, you're there drinking, yeah, we're having
Was-
fun.
And we've been paid to perform.
Or was
Yeah.
it just,
Wait, what was that? Sorry?
Was it her actual event?
No, some random bystander. Yeah, literally, and it's like when people say, "Oh, if you don't play my song, I'm gonna leave." Good, go bye. I don't care.
People say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you've lost a customer. Cool.
You can guarantee as well when someone comes up with a request, it's gonna be shit.
Dead.
Yeah.
Like,
So
every
bad.
single
I was
time.
doing like a house set once, clearly like house tech house, and some woman goes, "Oh, can you play some Whitney Houston?"
I've had someone ask for reggae.
I've had
I'm dropping bangers.
Taylor Swift.
No.
Right, you can clearly see the genre of music I'm playing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bust into like One Direction.
I had someone ask for Love Island music. I was like, what even is that?
What?
What the hell is Love Island?
Isn't that just like fast-paced songs turned into like classical ballads?
Yeah, like what?
At events, what would you say is the worst bit about being a DJ? Would you say that other people?
100%.
In a way.
100%. The crowd and stuff sometimes. You
And
get a
people
lot
just
of,
think they can go behind the decks.
Yeah.
Like people just invite themselves up.
Yeah.
And it's also very difficult for you as a DJ to get rid of them because you're concentrating and you're doing something. And then next thing you know, you turn around and there's loads of randomers behind
especially if you're on camera as well. You've got to try and keep it professional. Like
Yeah,
you're being
of course.
recorded, you're being photographed. Everyone is looking at you as well. So you've got to try and keep it professional. But yeah, people coming behind the deck. Your friends, like I said earlier, fine. But other people don't understand. They don't respect it. And they're like dropping drinks everywhere. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm the same. It is like drinks then going over the decks, or they're pressing buttons, they're leaning on it, they're putting their bag there, and it's like, I'm literally trying to work here. Like, and it's
That's
so
another
sensitive
thing.
as well.
It's like if you're, let's say, going to the dentist. It sounds so off topic, right? You go into the dentist, you're not going to walk around the other side of the counter and tell her how to do her job.
No.
Book now, do that on the computer. Like that's what people do. It's like it's the same thing, just in a completely different setting. Like I'm not going to walk around and tell my dentist how to book me in my next appointment. You know what I mean? So why do people think, oh yeah, that's all right? They're only DJing. Like
I
when you
think
come
it's
round.
a genre though as well, because I've played all sorts of genres from hip hop,
Yeah.
and I definitely when it's more the commercial stuff, that is when they come, and that's when they're more requesting.
Oh, it's so.
I always know if I'm doing like R&B, hip hop, bit of Afrobeats, let's say, I'm gonna have someone goes, can you play Sean Paul?
Sean Paul is like the most requested
Exactly.
thing. It's always Sean Paul. And it's always like, I had a group the other day, I was literally playing Sean Paul and they were sat down. And
You know what that
then
was?
15 minutes later, they go get a drink, come back over. Can you play Get Busy? I was like, played it. I played it 10 minutes ago, but you're not there. You're just not concentrating. I'm just like, yeah.
I think DJing as an art has like transformed so much over the years, whereas like 20 years ago, even 15 years ago, maybe 10, you go to a club, it's one DJ all night long, you can go up and make the request, it's like a local DJ thing, but now it's like separate artists, they're being recognised for their own sound and everything like that, so it's actually quite insulting when they come over and ask for a song and it's like, I've been booked for my sound, for this,
Sound.
and it's a journey. You are starting the set a certain way, you're not ending it a certain way. You're playing them songs in that order for a reason. So when someone comes and asks you for a track that is completely unrelated to the sound, you're like, sorry, I can't, and they get the raging ump, and you're like, no, you just don't understand.
Yeah.
Especially if,
It
like
doesn't-
you said, if you've got like you're booked in for an hour or 2 hour set, that's your set.
Exactly.
If you're doing like a club night and you're there DJing for 5-6 hours,
Yeah.
then
So different.
you can
It's so
also
different.
consider requests and stuff, but you've got it set out. Like I know what kind of songs I want to play. There's definites. There's some that I might play. So it's like I'm not just gonna play this random song, completely change the vibe, and then take it back to what I was playing.
And they don't understand. You're also constantly reading the room anyway. You're always seeing what the
Yeah.
crowd are reacting to, what they like, and blah blah blah. So you are sort of doing ad hoc at the same time, picking and choosing songs maybe you wasn't actually originally going to play. You're already doing that. So yeah, they don't understand. They just think you're like jukebox, and they're like, I want this song, and it's like, well, sorry, darling, you know, we have got a whole room here to please.
So like when you do events, do you go with a plan or freestyle it? Not like
Freestyle.
Everyone's
freestyle,
different, but I'm completely
Yeah.
freestyle.
Like I said, you'll know,
Yeah.
I'll know before an event. There'll be certain tracks I know I'm gonna play,
Yeah.
but I haven't chosen when I'm gonna play them
No,
or
you just-
anything. Like you said, you can't. If you plan your whole set, you completely get rid of that read in the room. Like you could plan a whole set and it just doesn't vibe right with the room, and if you don't have the ability to just like freestyle.
Yeah.
And then it puts you in a bad mood as well.
So with me, I will set out if it's just 1 hour, I will set out a set, and then another set, and another set. I might have 4 sets,
So you can dip
and
that
then
out.
and then also with that, and also when I'm playing my music, I like to blend my music a lot. So when you hear it, people are like, what's that song? It's like, it's 2 or 3 songs
Yeah.
that I'm playing at the same time. So I will actually take the time to put them together to create new sound. So I know, okay, those 3 songs sound good like that. But I do always have a set. I never play the set because I am reading the room and it does change.
Yeah.
But you do go with a plan.
But I do have a plan in my head of how it's going to work. And then also I set up different sections. So I'll have certain songs or, you know, good hot songs which are good for like peak time, mid-peak, a filler. So if I think, okay, right, I need to bring the crowd up or they're like really into it, then I'm going to go into that folder and then bring some of those. Or if I need to bring it down, I've got another little folder which I can go and grab. Yeah.
The amount of times I've gone to an event, and I'm stood there with that Shazam app on my phone.
You can't do it.
And I'm like,
you can ask Siri as well.
Loaded.
Yeah.
You say, hit Siri, hey, what song is this? And it'll tell you.
What, and it will do it even
But
though it's like a mix?
if you're a mix.
Yeah, if it's a mix.
might-
Oh, no.
Yeah.
If it's an edit or if it's like unreleased, it will never come up.
Is that like the difference between like producing?
Yeah.
And like that's like your own music.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then just blending other people.
Or like your friends' tracks, or like if you've got like big DJs that you know and they've sent you and like you can't put it anywhere. Basically, they have to wait for it to be signed by record labels and stuff, so they can't release it until they've got a date, which everyone gets the unpat. Everyone's like, it's viral on TikTok, why can't we download the song? And that is the reason, because they're waiting for the biggest signing they can get. Once they get it, they get a release date, and then, but yeah, if it's unreleased, you're not getting it on Shazam,
Or if it's just
unfortunately.
mixing.
Yeah, or if it's the sound that the DJ's
Fresh
actually created,
Yeah.
that they can use a beat from one track, an intro or an outro or the chorus, but use an a cappella, which is basically stripped back just to the vocals, no beat. They'll put the a cappella over the beat of another song and then maybe mix another song in, and everyone's like, wow, what's this mix? And it's like, no, I've literally just made it on the decks.
So like you could put like 4 songs together.
Yeah.
And make one.
Yeah.
one song
Live.
from there.
Yeah. And but yeah, it's just pressing buttons.
Do you do house, Ollie, or is it just mainly hip hop?
I do house now. I've dabbled into a bit more house over the past like since like August. I done a festival, and that since then I've sort of dabbled in more house. Whereas before I was like strict on Afrobeats, Amapiano, dancehall, bashment. That was it. But that's what I learned to play, and then I started getting into house and like learning, because it's like we were saying before, it's completely different, mixing house and R&B and like an urban like genre. It's so much different. You've got to take more time with house. I feel like you've got to be more patient with it as well. Whereas like with hip hop and stuff like that, I can easily chop between 8 songs in a minute, like no problem. Whereas with house, it's sort of like let the song run out, let it breathe, and then like slowly bring it in, like fade it, and like just do it like that. And that I've like learned to like it now, and I've been doing it a lot recently. Just like playing different music, as well, it does get repetitive. Like doing the same, like because like every day or every time I go and play, it will be like the same sort of songs in a different order. I know what I'm gonna play, and I'll be like, oh, this might sound better with this. Whereas with house, completely different. It's like new songs that I haven't like necessarily heard or ever mixed before. So whereas like with R&B, I know what Sean Paul's going to sound like with T-Pain or Rihanna and whoever else. You know, I know what it's all going to sound like, or I can picture it in my head. Whereas with house, it's like completely new experience for me, and I'm really enjoying it. And see what happens really.
You must go through so many songs doing
Ridiculous.
R&B sets.
Like from
Some of them are only like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
from
Or they play for 30 seconds and then it's like
That's the
straight
thing.
into another
I
one.
just get bored as well. So like, for example, if I'm like sat there, I don't want to listen to the whole song. Like second chorus, I'm out of that song. Even sometimes first chorus. If I have an idea, I'm playing that next song. And that's something I always just like have people come up like.
Got ADHD.
Yeah, a little bit. Let the song play out. I'm like, yeah, I know, but like the next song you're not going to dislike. Do you know, you're still going to like it. And this is the thing as well. Is just learn to enjoy the music that's being played. You don't have to listen to your own song. You can whack it on Spotify when you get home. Like just let me do my job and entertain you and let you enjoy your night. You don't have to tell me what to do. I've been doing it.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason of having a DJ as well.
Exactly.
Why?
Yeah.
Otherwise, they might as well just put a Spotify.
Yeah.
Have a DJ.
Anyone can make a playlist on the song.
Yeah.
And upload
Put the
it.
blend to like 5 seconds and sorted. You know?
Yeah.
Do you think the whole DJ job title has become more popular now because of the house scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the house, like back when I was like 18, 19, 20, I was just in clubs, like a gallery, gallery in Maidstone.
Yeah.
That was my place. But now the generations are getting older. It's all like what house events next week, what raves next week, and clubbing and that sort of just all getting banished now. Like, no one really goes to the club no more. Do you know what I mean?
Huge clubs.
They're done.
There isn't, and I think obviously COVID had a massive impact on clubs, or every industry really, but the nightlife, you are just surrounded by people, so that took a long time to pick back up, and I see, you see a lot of clubs and events obviously struggle, and it was like a whole big comeback from that. But I think now there's so many events, like you said. Back when I was at 18, it was either house parties or you go to like the one club that everyone goes to, and that was it. But now everyone's starting events, everyone's doing TikTok, everyone's learning how to, DJing on TikTok, everyone's learning how to mix younger, and children pick up things quicker anyway, so it's better to learn young. But it is such a saturated market now, and I think it is very hard to separate yourself from the majority.
Would you say it's hard competition now?
100%.
The way I look at it is, if you think about every single club, bar, restaurant that has a DJ, like event everywhere already has a DJ.
Yeah.
Why would they want you? You have to like stick out and like go network, be their friend, for example, and then if they're ill, they'll call you in, and like it's a very competitive market now. And like one thing I'm going to add to that that's so annoying, which this might be a bit controversial, is the TikTok bedroom DJs that don't actually do gigs, but they'll put two songs together that, let's say it'll be like a Britney Spears and then like a Ric Flair drip by Metro Boomin, right? Really hard beat. And they'll mix them two together and they're on like 1 million followers. But if you throw them in a club for 2 hours, they will have no idea what to do.
Yeah, and they're mixing like an RR, so they don't know how all the filters work, and then
it's so like as like a DJ who's I've learned the hard way through like ears and working my way up through smaller clubs to bigger venues, and these lot are just getting booked, getting paid loads, and then like.
But they only get booked once.
Yeah, they'll get booked once, and you're like, I've put all this work in, I've put hours of work in to learn this craft, and then there's like some Donny, like who's like 18, who's mixed 2 songs, gone viral on TikTok. Next thing you know, he's the next big thing.
Yeah, adding on to that, I will say that being a girl, if you're starting out, you will have a leg up automatically because you're a girl, especially if you're attractive, because your Instagram following, like event owners will admit to you that is a reason why they book you, because you're going to draw the crowd and you're attractive, you've got a following, boys are going to pay for tables, blah 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 blah. Whereas back in the day, it used to be they care about how everyone is actually going to perceive the night and feel the music.
Yeah, you would probably know the name rather than you might not even know what the DJ is.
And like you said, they'll get booked once if they're not good, but they'll get booked for things like Creamfields or like this massive thing, because they've got such a big following on social media. It's crazy, but yeah, if you can't swim, basically, you're going to drown.
I'd say it's not just DJ and being good at your skill. It's got different ways of looking at it, because if you look back 2 years ago when we didn't have social media, the big headliners were the ones obviously which people knew their songs, so they're the ones that are actually getting booked as headliners. But again, they're not necessarily good DJs. They've made tracks and they've done that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to name any names, but there are names that have got huge songs out. Shit DJs.
Yeah.
But
some people are better at producing though.
Yeah, but it's two different skills.
Completely, yeah.
Like for me, people say to me, "Oh, you produce the music." I've done a couple, but I don't have time. I'm thinking about. I do events as well anyway, so that's my time to do that. If I really wanted to knuckle down and make music, I'm going to sit in my studio for 2 weeks solid, making music, being creative and doing that. Do you know what I mean? Whereas a DJ is going to be thinking about their set list, where they're going, their music, putting it together. They're 2 jobs, but I think film now, as a DJ, they want you to have a following, they want you to have fans, they want you to be the DJ, they want you to look good, they want you to post, they want you to make flyers, they want you to do the whole job. Whereas years ago, a venue would have the venue. They would bring the people, they would have promoters, not the DJ,
Yeah.
that would promote it, and they would get people in there. And then the DJ, so the venue was to fill it up. The DJ's job was to keep them there and keep them drinking. That was it. Whereas I feel like now, which really like does irritate me,
Yeah.
they want you to do
Everything.
Sort of 5 in 1.
Yeah.
everything.
Being a DJ is not just being a DJ.
No.
Now it's like
You're a marketer, you're a promoter.
You've got to constantly promote it and
Okay.
share it to your friends. Oh, can you do a story with a ticket link? Like,
So would you say it's easier for men or women to be a DJ? then?
women,
In this,
100
day and
million
age now?
%.
You say
What do
that,
you
but
boys
I feel
think?
like in some in places as well, it's easier for men because I feel like at times, for certain places, yes, as a woman, like there's a place that I'm going to be DJing at, and they're like, we only want females to DJ. So okay, that helps for me to go and DJ. But then there's other places where they just see that male DJs are just better DJs.
Oh,
If
yeah,
they've not heard, it's kind of like they'll say if you're a female, well, yeah, you've only got that job because you're good looking. Yeah, you've only got. Maybe it's more in a respect type of thing as well. So.
What do you boys think?
I think sometimes it's easier to get like you said, the initial shoe in, but you then obviously after that would have to follow that up with actually being good.
Yeah.
But sometimes if there's like a male or a female DJ as an option, because there's less female DJs as well, it's more niche and more interesting to some people. So I think for the original opportunity, sometimes but then you've got to then
Prove
step
yourself.
up to that
Yeah.
to have any kind of longevity. Because like you said, you could just get booked once and that'd be it.
And you said as well that you produce your own music.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy doing that more than DJing?
Oh, making music is my favourite thing.
Really?
Yeah.
What's
Well, I make like hip hop and R&B kind of stuff, but I DJ like house.
Oh,
Why is that?
yeah.
I love DJing house and I love making like
Because
melodic
probably with
hip-hop.
house, like I was saying, you can actually make more music.
Yeah, it's all the blending and
Maybe.
I
Is
love
there
that.
like a favourite one that you like doing? Like a certain genre that you like? Or like for all of you? Like you only really DJ that, or would you
Change it up?
Completely. I'm house, any genre of house. So Afro, funky, disco, tech, all the way up to techno I like.
Yeah, okay.
So that's quite a niche. You don't get a lot of techno gigs. But I still love hip hop, R&B, garage, I love it all. But don't really get any bookings for that, to be honest.
I started off DJing hip hop R&B and then I went into house and just basically stuck with that. Do drum and bass every now and then as well.
Yeah, I like drum and bass, but I don't.
I can't listen to
Drum
drum
and
and
No, I
bass.
can't lie.
But I don't listen to drum and bass like in the car or at home, but when you're at a rave or DJing it, it's completely different.
So, obviously, you're all DJs. If you could go back to back with one person, dead or alive, who would it be?
Dead or alive, wow.
You go back to back, one set with a DJ.
Fisher.
Fisher.
I'd love to go
Okay.
back to back with Fisher, just because also he's just a Larry.
Yeah.
It would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Joey Jones.
Okay.
Valid.
Mine's Frankie Rizzardo. He's my favourite DJ and I look up to him and how he does his sets and everything. Like I really, look up to him, so 100%.
You would look up to him as well.
Probably Joe LaBelle. He's popping at the moment in the hip hop scene with all his wordplay stuff. Should be sick just to see what we could do together. Like,
Oh yeah.
like just seeing like how it would work and see like how we could like mix certain things. Like I've seen him do back to backs with other hip hop DJs. It's just sick. So I'd like to just that'd be cool.
Favourite venue you played at?
These are hard questions.
Astoria and Portsmouth. They
What,
all
over at a festival that you done?
okay. Venue. That's not technically. It's not a venue.
No, it's
Is
where
it?
you.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
I'd say that's not venue, though.
Do you not think?
That would be like favourite event.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So venue would be Astoria Portsmouth by far. They always show up. There's always a queue, and that's a like a venue that you play any song, even if they don't know it. Like there was a song by Rema called Ozeba, right? And it's like dun 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 dun. It's really fucking quick, and like no one knew it because it just come out, but everyone's just dancing to it. And I was like, that's just like they're obviously enjoying themselves. Like they don't care what music's being played, and that's every time I played there, it's always been the same. So yeah, probably that's my favourite. I look forward to.
And,
I'd say.
Where was that place you was with Joe Weller?
XOYO.
Mate.
Yeah, XOYO. That's like an old school venue as well. But they've just refurbed it. It looks unreal.
Yeah.
So XOYO was good, but then I'd also say Old Man's in Bali was a sick one. That was sick as well because I did that one with Joe. We had like billboards all over Bali. Yeah, it was live-o, and you're somewhere tropical as well, so it's class.
I would say, out of like all the other countries and stuff, I actually played at a villa in Mykonos for my friend's hen do. Like we had a private night. On our last night we had a private chef, I was the DJ, but our villa overlooked the ocean and the sunset, so I did like a sunset set and it was just amazing, and we like did a disco theme, so we had all the props, all the decorations, but yeah, that's probably like my favourite set to date.
You know,
I would say,
you
yeah.
said that, it was reminding me because I did one in Ibiza,
Yeah.
Villa,
Yeah,
party.
yeah.
They're just better vibes.
Yeah, it's completely different to a club.
Yeah.
Completely
You
different to a
You
club.
can just go more underground.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just like
People,
your surroundings are just like incredible, and it just makes such a difference.
What's Ibiza like? I've never been to Ibiza.
Really?
Neither.
There's two sides to it.
I've never
Yeah.
been to
Two
Ibiza.
sides.
Yeah.
I'm active as well. Like, I'm out all the time. And I've never been to Ibiza.
I
I've
lived
never
there.
been to
I lived
Ibiza.
there 8 years ago when I was 22. I'd never been before. I packed 3 suitcases, took all the money I had, and I'd lived there for 8 months. Never been there before. I didn't know where I was staying when I got there, but all my friends were there, so I knew that there was going to be like a villa or something. Yeah, and ended up staying the whole season. And I think going there to party, you see the clubs, the mainstream beaches, if you can go to the beach, you see the sunlight whilst you're there, and the beach clubs, and that's it. But when you're living there, the beaches on the other side of the island, you've got the hippie market, yeah, you've got the hippie market in the mountains, and you've got like the 5-star all-inclusive resorts. Like, it is an absolute amazing island, and they say it's the number, I think, 3 or 4 most magnetic place on earth. So like the way you feel when you're on the island is just like incredible.
If you're in the right.
Yeah, if you're in the right place, yeah. Some people don't feel anything. They just, Sanan is just,
Yeah.
it's like Magaluf. But yeah, Ibiza is actually an incredible place. But when you go a lot, and when obviously where I used to live there, you do get a little bit sick of it.
All of it.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Because everyone wants, when you go on holiday, everyone wants to go to like the same 3 clubs.
Yeah.
Like you're like, no, but like this is so good or here's so good, and they're like, no, I've got an outfit for this, I'm going there, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
you've got the
okay.
small ones, like I remember years ago there were like Pikes and
Pikes, yeah.
or like there's just like villa parties that are going off.
Like-
And you'll have like some of like the biggest DJs that are people.
Like places like Pike, so
Yeah,
it's just unmatched. It's not like a club. It's
It's like,
whose old house is it?
It was. Oh my god, speaking out.
It's the underground.
No, it's that. What's his name? Out of Queen. Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury's old home, and it hasn't been touched since it was built in the 70s or 80s. So like the TVs are this wide and
It's got a little
everything.
room of like old clothes from like the 80s.
Yeah,
and stuff.
it's
You can
crazy.
put on, it's like proper like
Yeah,
IV
there's all like
back
there's
in
all
the
like
day.
hands on the wall, and
Yeah.
the seats outside are made like big hands, pianos, beds, like
Yeah.
things that it's very quirky. But then like you've got the brand new clubs in like Bossa and stuff, and it's just like all the high tech lighting and stuff. It's just like depends what vibe you want. A lot of people go for the mainstream stuff, but you're not actually experiencing what Ibiza is about, and it's actually a community. People live there throughout the year, and when the big main clubs aren't open in October, November, December, there's still people that live there, and they go to all these underground places, and it is a magical place.
As DJs, with people with their phones out, does that bother you?
I know, for me as well, because I've done events for years now, and just seeing the difference. The times when people haven't had their phones have been the best nights, when everyone's just going on.
Yeah.
Everyone's
And
actually,
everyone's,
getting
like,
involved, not
connected.
just
Um,
filming.
I feel when you do like the bigger clubs and everyone has their phones, it's great because they're filming,
But they're not dancing.
but they're not connected because
No.
they're looking at that. So how can they connect? They might as well stay at home and just watch
it.
it.
Yeah,
fits
and
on
it's,
that.
when the videos of the big crowds, you're watching a massive DJ watching their sets back and
All you've got is
everyone's
just
got
like-
their phones
Yeah.
out. You're like, no one's dancing.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Do you
stood
think it's
stiff.
different in different venues and different events?
Yeah.
The music makes
Yeah.
a difference.
And the events draw different crowds as well,
Yeah.
completely different crowds.
Well,
so.
yeah, it depends where you're going because I think a lot of the time people are filming, it's like to prove that they were there,
Yeah.
rather than
Yeah.
just being there to enjoy it.
100%, 100%. And then they'll stand on their phone after that. They're not actually then putting their phone away and then
they're
joining
filming it
it.
and then they're watching it back.
Yeah,
to see if it looks
yeah,
good. Like, yeah.
Trying to post it.
Yeah, no service,
Yeah.
nothing. There's art.
Why don't they do events nowadays where it's like no phone?
They do.
Well, a lot of
There's
people
a
are.
few people
Yeah.
doing that. XOYO is doing that now, like no phone policy
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And I think that would be like the way forward because everyone now it's like I hate the people that go to the club and they stand. Well, maybe it's slightly different in my like sort of genre. They'll stand with their leg up against the wall, drinking one hand, phone in the other. Why are you there?
Yeah,
Like you
yeah,
can have a
yeah,
beer in bed. And
Yeah,
scroll your phone.
yeah,
And
yeah.
why are you there?
Doom scrolling in the club's crazy.
You're borderline wasting my time.
It is a
like-
pandemic. It's a pandemic.
It's horrific.
Is supposed to connect
People, yeah.
on like, well, I keep saying it like on a, I'm quite spiritual, but it's supposed to connect like on the spiritual level.
It's all vibrations.
Yeah, it's all vibrations, and we were saying this earlier. Different types of music creates different moods.
Mhm.
So you can
Oh,
have, I've been in rooms where I'm like, when I have been playing some hip hop, and it's gone a bit dark in the room, and you think, well, okay, the guy's getting a little bit edgy. A fight's gonna, kick off. So I'll change the mood, I'll change the song, and you can literally stop fights and with the music. You can make people happy. You can make people go into like a hypnotic feeling. You can make people feel sad. It's all.
Oh, don't be doing that. You know what I mean?
Rage.
Sat there just
Everyone backs up
thinking,
crying.
Familiarity
feels-
with different songs that it's going to bring back to like, oh my god, like I heard this when I was like a kid, to something euphoric.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get what you
Do you
mean.
know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Like drill music
You
is
can
very
smack
low
it,
frequency,
yeah.
and it makes people feel violent,
Oh,
angry,
don't
especially
get
mixed with
started on
alcohol.
drill.
Yeah, it makes people want to fight, and they're looking at people like, why are you looking at me and all that.
So like, as a DJ, do you think like you can like control everyone?
100%, 100%. You are in control.
You are in control of
You
everything.
are
like-
fully.
You control people's conversations as well. And so like it's so weird. Like some we having like a read. You watch two people at the bar and read deep convo. All of a sudden they both go ching to the song, and it's like it's
Yeah.
mad. It's mad how everyone is all connected. Like you were saying, everyone is all spiritually sort of connected together when it comes to this music. Especially if there's two people that know it. No matter what they're doing, they're dropping that and they're vibing.
it's like a little. You're seeing like that, and I look sometimes. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna like that song.
Yeah.
Kind of like working
You
out.
watch for their reaction.
honestly.
You
You look
watch,
at it,
yeah.
and then they're like, and they're like.
This is yeah. All the time you got to read. You got to read the room.
Read the room
The whole
constantly.
time.
So-
Yeah.
Prime example. Last night, it was pretty dire for most of the night, and it was a white crowd, predominantly white crowd. Everyone's like stiff, not really moving, and then there was a big.
Cheers, mate.
Sorry, and there was a big black family that come in.
Yeah, get.
Oh my gosh! I was like, this is like a godsend. I was like.
What did you play?
First song, I think I played "Anybody" by Burna Boy,
Nice.
and then started going into that sort of like genre Soweto, and then oh god, what was it? Like No Walla or something by Banton
Yeah.
something. Started playing all that, and they don't care. Like the aunties are moving, they're just like having like the best time, and they don't care as well. Even if they don't know the song, they're
There for a
so-
good time. Yeah.
Yeah, and they just get involved, and then that makes other people dance. I'm like, yes, this is what I needed. Like, but yeah,
Sometimes
it's
you just need someone.
All you need is that
Yeah.
one person.
you need
yeah.
one person to carry the dance floor. Apart from yesterday, I had some guy jumping, touching the ceiling like he was in like a.
Wow.
Like is that a jump up rave?
He was like grabbing people, like, "Hey," like I was like, oh.
Yeah, some people are.
Yeah,
But then that's when you're kicking another song to calm them down.
Yeah, so this is what I think. This is what I think. Like in a hip hop set, you've got like warm up main set, and like a warm up main set as well. So you sort of like bring the crowd on like this journey like this. So warm up, you slowly get up to like hype, and then 11:30, 12, you sort of like bring it back down, and then by 1:30, you're like that's like peak normally. and then by like 2:30 you sort of start bringing it back down. Like that's for me anyway, personally. Like, I always end my set with like Bryson Tiller. Last 30 minutes, I'm playing for me. I can't lie, because I've been there playing for you lot all night. I'm playing for me. I want to play what I want to hear now, and more time people do enjoy it.
I find that because I've probably won because you've literally got them. You've connected with them, and they're there. So they've let their hair down. They're doing their moves now. So by that time, they are more open and
100%,
and they've got your trust.
Yeah, 100%.
I do find that as well. If you're doing it,
that's why they say trust the DJ.
But then they know the time's going, and so then they just really want to dance.
Yeah.
I think like as someone who goes to clubs, like it also helps with DJs getting involved as well.
100%.
Like, I've been places where DJs just been standing there like just
on their phone, body language.
Oh my god, it makes
such
such
a
a
big thing.
bit no aura.
yeah, like
No aura.
I want to listen to him like when they're doing that.
And
I
it's-
want them to be getting involved.
That's why I picked Fisher.
Yeah. Oh my
He's
god,
not even
amazing.
doing that much
He's a
on the deck.
performer.
He's just dancing around behind it,
Love
like
that
flicking
man.
his wrist.
Yeah, I don't get it when DJs can't even dance to their own music. How do they?
Yeah.
I can't
It
dance.
makes a huge
But I've got a good little
you do a head
two-step.
bop or
I've got a good little two-step going, but there's no like.
No, but will you be like smiling and
I'll be interacting with the crowd.
Yeah,
I'm not stood there
100%.
No, you have some that do it like, I don't know what they're doing. Some sort of like electrical system.
Yeah, it's like an electrician. They're a
It's like
sparky.
their first time on the
They're
deck.
locked in.
They're working it out there, isn't it?
You just, as long as you look like you're having fun, that will change the mood of the whole club. If you look like you're having fun, people are like, he's having fun, we can have fun, and he's the one at work. So like,
Yeah, it's energy.
Energy exchanging.
I feel like a good rule as well. It's like, you say you play for yourself at the end. I feel like you've got to play for yourself a bit throughout.
I do
I always
most
say
of the
like 2 for them, 1 for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're giving them more of what they want, but then you're also then or potentially even introducing them to songs.
And you're more into it as well, and it shows because you're not just playing for.
And if it doesn't work, that one, it doesn't hit as well, you then have another one for them straight afterwards.
Yeah.
I do a certain way where I have a structure where I put in that familiar songs to get them all connected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they know it, do that. And once I get to that point where I'm like, right, I've got them, that's it. They're not thinking about the person next to them. Then I'll put in a proper wild card. Take them somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And if it works, I can carry it on a little bit more, And when I feel like I'm losing them again, that's when I'll put in.
Whack in a banger, a sing along.
Yeah.
You've always got to have a couple mainstreams
Yeah, you have
up your
to, you have
sleeve,
to.
just
I
to
feel like
keep
now
you
with
dancing.
TikTok and that as well, you have to.
Yeah.
You
But
have
you know
to,
what?
yeah.
That's one thing I hate. And when I'm playing somewhere, like if they want to bring a bottle show out or something like that, they're like, right, have you got this song? And I'm like, nah, because I don't like downloading the mainstream songs because I like.
You lose your identity.
Yeah, and you're just anyone can do them.
You're then just a DJ.
I like.
Yeah.
Exactly. I like people going, oh, where's that track from?
Yeah.
Who's made that? Who's
Get
made that?
Shazam.
Yeah, Shazam's not
When
working.
you see them getting the phone out to Shazam.
Yeah, you know you're doing a good job. You know you're
When
doing
you're
good.
there saying that you've got Shazam out, if a DJ sees you, you're like, yes.
I'll just carry on doing it.
He's not finding this song, but
Every set now, you don't even care about the song, you'll have Shazam out.
I much prefer
What's the
that.
biggest compliment as a DJ? Like, what do you guys think is the biggest compliment?
I'd say the Shazam.
Shazam,
Either the
yeah.
Shazam or it's the face that.
Yeah.
the
Oh my
story
god,
face.
when people put a gif on their phone of, is it Arsene Wenger? And he's doing that
What?
face.
What?
Is that that?
Arsene Wenger get.
Yeah, the Arsene, is that that?
Face like that.
It's
Yeah,
just like, it's
people
like,
hold it up in the crowd to you and they get their mate. And they're all looking at you, you look at the phone, they've just got the gif up. And it's like
not seen that.
collectively,
It's-
all
it's
like,
that face where
It's like
it looks
the
like you
bass
smelt
drop.
something bad, but you
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
It's skank faces.
Or when people write stuff on their
oh.
phone, it's
Oh, no,
like,
for
yeah,
me,
that.
For me, it's a shirt pull. I love a shirt pull. You know, it's like when.
We'll do that on your shoulder.
I
come
love
behind
that.
you and do
Every
that,
time,
yeah.
every time. Yeah, I'm like, I know I've done it. I know I've done something good there. And someone's putting my shirt. I'm like, yeah.
Or if someone does the old school, fuck off.
Yeah.
That as well.
Fuck off, DJ.
Fuck off.
So to wrap it up, obviously as a DJ, I want one positive and one negative about being a DJ. So the thing that you love about it and the one thing you dislike about it. OllieT.
Oh my god, sorry. Positive is just seeing people smile. I had a gig the other night and it was just great to see people like just dance and actually enjoy themselves. Like there's nothing better than like knowing that people are going to go home with a smile on their face and, you know what, I actually had a really good night tonight. Do you know what I mean? Just like make people, wait, no, that's going to sound weird. Make people sleep better at night, but at the same time, you know, they go home and they're happy and
Thinking about you at night.
yeah.
We're just like, OllieT.
Dreaming about it.
And a negative has got to be, for me personally, is requests. I can't stand requests. I can't lie. Like, it's like if it's a good request, if someone comes over and it's fitting the vibe, but fair play. But then more time, it's like badadan at 9:30.
So at the relaunch party, I'm going to put a sign underneath saying no request.
No request.
A lot of Americans now, they've got an app that you scan the QR code and you tip them like $10 and then they'll play your request.
Oh yeah, money requests.
Money requests and money pull-ups,
Yeah.
absolutely fine. If you give me a 20 sheet to play music, absolutely fine, right? And if it's like a money pull-up, absolutely fine. Other than that, no.
How much does someone have to pay?
Yeah, I've had men to
Play ABBA,
Yeah.
50 quid.
Yeah.
50 quid
50
for
quid
half
for
a song.
ABBA.
Half a song, one chorus.
No, ABBA, don't disrespect
No,
ABBA like that.
I went to an ABBA
I've given people money back.
You went where?
I went to an ABBA bottom.
No, 50 quid I've given them.
I'm going to an ABBA boat party.
Honestly, it was so good.
Wow.
It was actually
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
actually going?
Yeah, me and my girlfriend
Love ABBA.
and her friends were going to an ABBA boat party.
I had a great time.
I love
had fun.
I
ABBA.
can't wait to be burst on that
Sing
boat.
my heart out.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
I'm not sure.
I'd probably jump off the boat.
Yeah.
You get involved. You do
Straight
get involved with it.
That's a lie. You've definitely sung along to ABBA.
Yeah, when I was like
Christmas.
6 at my nan and granddad's birthday party. You know what I mean?
Party pooper.
So you're 8 pints deep and gimme, gimme, gimme comes on. Are you not popping her on the shoulder?
Yeah, mate. One positive and negative, yeah.
Positive, it's going to be similar to Ollie's, but like you said, when people are there literally vibing and like making you feel like the man.
Yeah.
Like they're there like you are the best thing in this room right now. You know what I mean? Like you're making their evening.
Yeah.
Negative, I'd say maybe I was gonna
Good you don't have negatives.
Yeah,
Right, that's good. That's good.
Maybe trying to get paid from a dodgy promoter.
Oh, that's a whole
Like,
yeah, I'm stealing that one actually. The amount of times we've actually done it before where we've done like a gig together, me and Ollie, and
Oh my God,
we had to. So they wouldn't pay us like via bank transfer. They had to be cash. Sounds a bit dodgy for starters. So then they're like, "Oh, come in," and then so we came to the venue and. We literally had to wait there for like 45 minutes for this guy to eventually come down with the cash. And then they're like being funny with like how much it was, and you're like,
What about what about the art gallery?
Oh my god.
That's a whole nother episode.
That's a whole nother
That's a whole nother episode.
Yeah, that is a struggle. You invoice
Chasing
them.
money.
They're meant to pay you before.
Yeah.
You're there providing a service. You wouldn't give someone money like after they've
It's like
planned
going,
your wedding, for example. Do you know what I mean? They've provided.
it's like going to
service.
McDonald's, like invoices are always like 30 days, which I've had many that have lasted like 3 months before they paid. But I don't get it because if I went to McDonald's and ordered a meal, I wouldn't be like, right, cheers, I'll pay you in 30 days.
The thing is though, they get the money. They get the money. Say they use Skidoo or RA, whatever. They will get the money no later than a week. You've now had the money. I'm not being funny. You should have it liquid already to pay out. You've got to pay the venue. You've got to pay everything else.
Well, they've
So
earned
you
it
need-
on the bar.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
starters.
So you need to pay the DJs, and it's always their last priority because they see it as now. Oh, now it's happened.
But
Oh, I don't
even
want to give them the
even
money.
if they don't, let's just say the night is a flop.
Yeah, and it is.
They still need to pay.
Yeah,
Like,
of
they're
course.
still paying the cleaners, they're still paying the bar staff.
Yeah, yeah.
The worst one.
Yeah, the bar staff aren't there paying on an invoice
No.
that's going to take 3 months
Chasing
to pay.
chasing payments is terrible. And it never used to be like. It used to be
I've been
cash.
chasing payments.
But the cash they get on the door used to be like given to the DJs back in the day. And now
Yeah,
it's all
when you
in.
arrive,
Yeah.
But even on that, like, there's so many venues as well that would rather not, they'll pay 20 quid to a DJ who's never played before because they're like, oh, they're cheaper.
Yeah.
And they'd rather have a way worse DJ play and pay them less, and they don't realise how much of an effect that actually has on their night. They're paying them less, but they're also earning way less.
High quality, spend and accumulate. DJ
Like
plays
anything,
well,
really.
more people are going to spend more money
And stay longer, yeah.
Some events will be like, oh no, you're too expensive, sorry, and I'm like, get a TikTok DJ then, see how that goes.
Yeah.
Positive,
Okay.
negative.
My positive, negative. My main positive is again what the boys said: controlling the room, seeing everyone have a great time. You can't actually beat it. You get a buzz yourself. But what I will say is one of my positives is proving people wrong. You get on the deck, everyone thinks you're a little booth baddie or whatever, and you get on, you put your headphones on, they're like, oh, what? Hold on, she's a DJ, and then you start dropping tunes, and they're like,
That's probably more for like girls as well.
100%.
I remember one particular moment I was just getting on the decks and there was a guy behind in the booth actually, he was probably one of the other DJs, mates, and he's like that and he's like, you're right, you're a bit nervous.
Yeah, do you know what you're doing?
Yeah,
do you know what you're doing? Do you know how to work
And
it?
I was like, it's alright.
Do you know what the buttons do?
Yeah.
Later on he was like, what?
Yeah, like proving people wrong.
Yeah, I was like, alright mate.
And
that was good.
And that's my positive is, then proving people wrong. So the positive, proving people wrong, but the negative is the judgment. You get everyone thinks I'm younger than I am, but they're like, oh, do you know what you're doing? Oh, TikTok. Oh, because you've got loads of followers on Instagram. Is that why you got the gig? And it's like, you just wait 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's like the YouTube
Keep
thing.
your ears
They just
open.
think you've got the gig
Yeah.
'cause-
At the end of the day, they're paying to watch you. You're getting paid.
Like you're
to be
here because you've paid it.
Yeah, I'm getting paid to
You
be
knew
here.
I was a
Like,
DJ, you knew I was a DJ, and you've still paid.
Exactly. So proving people wrong, and the judgment. But everyone having a good time is the whole main reason of being a DJ. I would say that's the same for every DJ, to be honest.
Yeah, it's what it's about, isn't it? So if you're going to ask me what the good or bad is, it is what it's about. You're there to create an experience and to give everyone the best night. And if you fulfil that and everyone's vibing, then you've completed your task. So that's a good thing for me. And all of that. Bad thing is what everything said. Requests, blah blah blah. Decibels. So if you go to event, this is more of like private events, and then they have a limiter.
Oh, did not how loud the music is.
Yeah, but they will come over.
And it's always like way too quiet. It's not even like close to the line of what.
Yeah.
Like you can't even
on the
hear.
equipment, there's red lines. Every DJ knows red lining is a no-go, but they always do it, and it's not even hitting orange, and you're like, bro.
So it's not even how loud. So if like a bass or a high sound, the worst place I did was a private event. They didn't even tell them about this, and we were playing, and then even when someone like screamed, the whole sound system, the whole music shut off.
what?
Yeah, completely.
Oh my lord.
I hate it as well. You know when they're like, would you be able to carry on playing, but can you just turn down the bass?
Oh, that is the worst. It's like, bro,
It's like
I might as well
we're
not
now
play.
unmixing the tune. The tune's not going to sound the same as
You
it
need
should
to bring
sound.
a bass in at certain points and
And
whatever.
then I'm like, instead of bringing it to like the middle, I'm now bringing it in like
it
this, but
sounds
everything else
terrible.
is the same volume.
Yeah.
like the
it's like-
treble's double loud and
Yeah.
you can't even hear the
I
bass.
think the worst thing is bad sound. The sound isn't good.
A shit sound system.
Sound system is,
Or them not knowing, like, I was playing, they needed to turn the whole sound system up on their master in the actual venue.
Yeah, so you've got more control.
If you're
And they were like,
smashing
can you turn it up? Can you turn it up? And I was like, if I turn it up more, it's going to go into red, and then it
Crackly, yeah.
distorts the sound. I said, you need to do it on your side. And they're like, no, just turn it up. So they've cracked it all up like this, touching the decks as well. And it just sounds shit.
Yeah, because I was going to say, if they're touching the decks, normally whenever I tell a venue to turn it up, I'll turn it like way too low on my decks, so that they turn it up extra, and then you've got more control.
You only need to do it slightly then when you're on the
this
equipment.
guy.
And then if you want to bump it up a little bit, you can.
Because he was looking at, because they forget, they don't realise it might sound loud at the beginning, but when everyone's in there, the volume goes down because it gets.
I actually avoid venues now
But
if
they
it's a
don't
known
understand.
bad sound system
Yeah.
because there's no point being there if you
It
think
reflects on you.
How do you know though until you turn up?
But no, like, I mean, if you've already played
if
there,
you've been
or
there
if it's
before.
got a bad rep for the sound system.
Like Grimworks.
Yeah. Or like Coco, Camden. I love that place. It doesn't matter where you're stood. It's a multi-layered venue. We've got like 4 floors. It's an old theatre. It doesn't matter if you're in the back of the room, in the toilet, it doesn't matter. You are having your ear roll smashed in, and I love that.
The sound system makes it completely. The sound system completely affects the night. I can't remember what, I think it's I don't know if I can say it.
Say what you want.
No, I don't think I can say the name. Camel Fat, you can just
Camel Fat, okay, yeah. That is how you say it.
No, I mean, I don't know if you should put it on the camera thing.
Alright, we'll talk about it.
Anyway, don't say that. Anyway, DJs were playing, they actually bought their own equipment. It was like £16,000 to put it in, and they wouldn't play unless that was like in the venue, just because of the sound. Because if the sound isn't as good, even though you've got an amazing set, people,
a lot of DJs
if it's bad, people might not dance and feel the music. The music, the sound has got to be good.
And it reflects on you. They don't think, the venue's got shit sound. It'll be like, the DJ sounds shit.
You can play the same song. You can play the same song on two different, like in a different setup, like in a studio with amazing sound system, or like someone's little.
It's like high treble, like hurting your ears, no bass.
Yeah, and it makes such a difference. It sounds like a completely different song. The quality means everything.
Like if you play a song on your phone and you play it through like a decent sound system,
completely.
They sound like different tunes.
Especially you as a producer, you realise them more, because if you play it on your phone, you're not hearing all those little intricate sounds.
Yeah, the tiny little details that like lift the track even more.
Yeah, and when you're producing, you can direct the sound to come out that speaker, like people don't understand all of this. And if you're playing it,
you have to sit back at home.
So it can be one side, the other side, like
you'll hear this.
Especially if you've got headphones on, you can hear it.
Yeah, like harmonies, even like if you say you have one headphone in, you might only hear like half the harmonies in a song because they pan them left and right. So like there's two harmonies that side, two harmonies that side, to widen the sound, to make it sound bigger. Like if you listen with one headphone in or one speaker on, it's only coming out the left side.
So you need a good sound system. You need a good
again,
sound
that goes
system.
back to the frequencies and connection and feeling your body feeling, like you know when you feel a bass, when you feel it, that makes you move anyway. And then when you've got that full 360 sound, your whole body is taken in it. You know when you hear something like goosebumps and all that, correct sounds will create and feel
magical experience. Yeah.
It's like the bass thing when they tell you to turn down the bass. It's like playing with the filter knob slightly.
Yeah, you might as well
slightly
have
on a high
reverb.
pass.
You might have reverb up. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Too much top gives you an earache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't be. Like, I'll just stick to being a bad bitch behind the decks.
Booth baddie.
Yeah, a little booth baddie. I think I'd stick to that. But guys, thank you so much for coming on. I really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Enjoyed it. It's been good.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's give everyone an insight.
No, I think it will. I think like the reason why I did it was because everyone goes to events, they listen to your music. No one gets to talk to you. No one gets to know who you actually are behind the decks. Which is why when I was sat in my room, I was thinking, life behind the decks. I think I literally just got back from Pasha out somewhere. I see the boys DJing every week, and like even people like Rob Haley. Like I see Rob Haley, and we're drunk, and we never get a proper conversation. Sat down with each other on the podcast. It's now our friendship just gone like that. Do you know what I mean?
Conversation goes very far.
One more thing though, life behind the decks, which we didn't really touch on, is when you're on the deck, sometimes we've got a life, and you might be having a time where you've had a really shit day.
really bad day.
Someone's passed away. You're feeling ill. You can never cancel if you're ill.
And you've got to look happy.
And you've got to be like, okay, I'm feeling real bad today. I'm really down. I've got to go in.
You've got to leave it in the
life party.
Yeah.
The show must go on.
Yeah,
No one knows what's going on in your life. No one knows the shit that's happened, this, that, and the other. No one knows those struggles. They'll just see you behind there, creating a good environment and bringing happiness to everyone. So that as well.
Yeah.
The life behind DJ.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah. And I think as well, a lot of people assume, oh, you're a DJ, like as a girl, oh, you're wrap round boys all the time, oh, you're like, you do this, you do that, and it's like, you've literally got no idea. I don't care what anyone thinks anyway.
No, I don't think no one should nowadays. Like, no one should. Like, just do your thing.
It is a lot of judgment.
Do your thing,
a lot of judgment.
And you're good at what you do as well, so fuck them. But yeah, that's the end of Life Behind Decks. We're going to catch OllieT at the relaunch party on May the 16th. And yeah, thank you guys for coming on, I really. Yeah, follow, like, subscribe. You know.
Bye guys!
Broadcast vibes. Hi, Harvey. Let's go. My mind again. Late night talk, trying to find myself with Ben. Laugh now, pain later. Yeah, we hide it well. On the mic, telling stories we don't ever tell.